Hi everybody, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel for learning and fun, Nature Kids. Today we're gonna do grade 6 English medium. Well, it's science and it's the first lesson, but it's part 2 because we already did part 1, and if you haven't watched it, please go watch it on my channel because it's there. Wonders of the living world is today's topic. We have two key points to cover in today's lesson. They are characteristics of organisms and difference between plants and animals. So without further ado, let's get started with the lesson. Growth. How the size of plants and animals increase with age is called growth. This increase in size, height, or amount is called as growth. Growth is a common characteristic of living organisms. Non-living things do not grow. You can observe the growth of plants with time. As you can see here in a picture from your government textbook, which is science, obviously, and you can see how the bean starts off and then it slowly grows into a plant. Nutrition. All organisms, including humans, need food to survive. The process of obtaining and using food is called nutrition. Most green plants produce their own food, so they are called autotrophs. They use carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, and sunlight to make food. This process is called photosynthesis. And from the left side of the screen, you can actually see how photosynthesis works. And you better study this to draw or to name, because in your term test they might actually put a non-labeled picture and ask to label them, or they may just ask the steps. Animals cannot produce their own food. They depend on plants either directly or indirectly, so they are called heterotrophs. Animals such as deer and cows eat plants, so they depend on plants directly. However, animals such as tigers and lions eat the flesh of other animals, so they depend on plant indirectly. Here's something for your extra knowledge. So it's technically a fun fact. During photosynthesis, plants absorb carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. Therefore, the amount of these two gases in the air are kept balanced. Movement. Movement is a common feature of living organisms. In addition to movement, some animals can move from one place to another. This type of movement is called locomotion. Animals have special body parts, appendages, that help them in locomotion. Several types of animals' locomotion are shown in the figure. As you can see here, a fish swims and a snake just creeps or just creepings, and horses run, birds fly, and we obviously walk. There are some animals that cannot move, but they show different movements. Sea anemone and coral polyp living in oceans are such animals. I think you guys have actually seen this before. When a mimosa plant is touched, its leaf shows a sleeping movement. In addition, plants such as Albizia, Caesarbania, or Kadrumurunga and Agati, and Tamarind also show sleeping movements in the evening. These are some examples of movements in plants. I think you guys have actually seen this one too. Oh, this may actually take a few days, but you might have noticed it. Although plants show many other movements, they cannot be observed within a short period of time. When a plant is kept on a windsill, after some days, the stem of the plant bends toward the sunlight. This too is a movement of plant, Like in some coconut trees, have you seen them? Like in the beach, they're usually bent in different ways, but mostly all of them are bent in the same direction. Non-living things do not move on their own. Non-living things will move only when an external force is applied. Now let's talk about respiration. When a person is resting, the chest and the stomach move up and down due to breathing, or inhaling and exhaling. Oxygen taken in reacts with food to produce energy. This process is called respiration. During respiration, oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is released. Plants also respire but due to not visible movement like animals. Respiration is a common feature of all living organisms, but non-living things do not respire. Reproduction. Every organism eventually dies, so new generations are necessary to continue life. A mature living being that produces offspring of the same species is called reproduce. Organisms reproduce in different ways. Reproduction is essential for survival of living beings and is common to all organisms. Non-living things do not reproduce. Differences between plants and animals. Diversity of plants. There is a great diversity of plants and animals in the environment. Plants can be classified as herbs, trees, shrubs, and creepers. They also differ in features such as roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and the shape, size, and color of fruit and seeds. Plants grow not only on land but also in aquatic, coastal, and mangrove environments. Here is the diversity among plants in three ways. Based on morphological features such as roots, stems, leaves, flowers, seeds, and fruits. And based on nature such as plants, shrubs, trees, and creepers. And based on living environment, habitat, it can be terrestrial, aquatic, mangrove, or coastal. Now we're going to see the diversity of animals. The following figure shows that there is a vast diversity among animals. Here are the 5 main points of diversity among animals. Based on living environment, which is also known as habitat, it can be terrestrial, aquatic, or air. Based on the feeding mechanism, it can either be chew and swallow, or swallow without chewing, or chew or just suck. Based on the type of food, carnivores, omnivores, and herbivores. Based on external characteristics, color, shape, and appendages. Based on the mode of locomotion, walking, swimming, flying, and creeping. Characteristics of plants. Plants grow fixed to the ground. They do not show locomotion, but show movements. Produce their own food by photosynthesis, hence they are autotrophic. Chlorophyll is present within the cells. You know the green stuff that you find in the leaves sometimes? Growth is visible during the entire lifespan. Thus, growth is unlimited. Characteristics of animals. Animals show locomotion, do not produce their own food, depend on other plants and animals for food. Hence, they are heterotrophic. Chlorophyll is absent within the cells. Like you've never seen a green cow, I guess. Yeah, you've never seen a green cow, have you? So technically, they don't have chlorophyll in them. and growth in animals visibly stops after a certain period of time. As you can see here from your government textbook diagram, growth in animals, you can see that it stops in a certain period of time. But growth of a tree or a plant or any type of vegetable, I guess, I don't know. If it gets the enough nutrients and things it needs to grow, it grows non-stop. Dichotomous keys. Dichotomous keys help easily classify and identify organisms. They use presence or absence of observable features, especially external ones. The figure shows how dichotomous keys can be used to identify different leaves. And this is also another picture from your good old science textbook, grade 6 government one. And as you can see, you can divide different ones with leaflets, leaves without leaflets, leaves with pointed tips, leaves without pointed tips, stuff like that. And here are the dichotomous keys shown as a classification of some animals. Like you can see here, we can divide parrot, earthworm, dog, centipede, deer, and crow. Four with four legs and without four legs, with antlers, without antlers, with a curved beak, without a curved beak, or a beak at all, and stuff like that. All you have to do is just study them and remember what's different with them. So that's all for today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos of me doing your lessons. And I hope you guys had fun today because it's time for me to leave. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which I will be uploading hopefully soonly. So until then, it's me signing off. Bye.